You let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
You're gonna break. And if you want to break or you want me to break. Because if I break, you may not be able to get all that footage with you in it.
I'll break.
Okay. That was a joke.
My match with Dr. Q, guys, back with another rack. I played Dr. Q back in May.
Are you getting this rack?
I'm getting it.
Okay, question while you're getting it.
And he allowed me to ask some questions while we played. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kind of react to the video at the same time.
Can we get this in here? Sure. Okay, stand his face to camera.
Haven't done one of these before, so let's see how it goes.
Mike Stuckey.
Yeah, and I'm Dr. Q, and my wife's name is Miss Q. Now here we go. Now, Mike, correct?
That's right.
Mike, test your mic, Mike.
I'm trying to get
Mike, I have a question before we start. How many holes in this rack?
1.
Everybody says 1. Now we need to learn. I'm going to prove there's a couple. If you'll look through this hole, do you see these lovely faces over here?
That's right.
That's a big hole. Now watch this. Look through this hole. Do you see these people over here?
Yeah.
That's a second hole. 2 holes.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you asked for it.
I did, didn't I?
There's nothing like a little humor to lighten the load, you know?
Yeah.
Here we go, buddy. Now you enjoy this. Now
I will. You enjoy
I'd like
it
to have
too.
at least one shot, okay, Mike?
All right.
Maybe one shot, okay?
You enjoy it too, and I got a question too.
I can lose dead lose on paper, and I'm still going to.
I got a question too.
What is your question before you shoot?
All right, so I am gonna hit the space bar every now and then and stop the video and just talk for a second. One thing he said right there off the jump, he may mention it again later on, is that he can't lose. He's already won. And I love that mindset going into pool. Like when you're going to play a game, you're playing a game. You've already won life. You're here, you're alive, right? So I can't lose. Yeah, you can technically lose the game, but you're not a loser. You can't lose. And he says that a lot. Not maybe in this match, but I watched him play other people and I watched him kind of do his demonstration. And the guy's just super positive. Let's keep going.
When I play in tournaments, I start off good and then I lose focus.
Yeah,
like
everybody does.
Yeah.
Because they
Any
don't know how to
thoughts?
focus and continue it. There's an exercise for learning how to focus. It's very deep. It's about a 3-hour discussion.
Wow.
You have about 20 minutes.
Yeah. 5 hours on that card. We got it.
I have just, okay, here's the best way to answer the question. Burning focus comes out the left side of the brain. Imagine you're putting a sun's rays through a magnifying glass. Mm-hmm. It will start tissue paper on fire.
Right.
Right? So your eye becomes the sun's rays. Looking at a burning focus point on something. It can be the cue ball or the object ball. You look at it with such intensity that the left brain now is focused 100%. And you'll actually see a visualization of smoke coming off the ball. That's the burning focus.
Okay.
All right, like a smoke signal. Once you get to that point where you visualize, you know what smoke looks like going up.
Right.
So you look at that when you're down a shot. It could be object ball, cue ball. Could be turn your head, look at the wall. As long as you see burning focus, your left brain now is engaged 100%. Mm-hmm. It can't be distracted anything else because it's 100% focused on the burning smoke plume.
He's going to get into some left brain, right brain stuff. Pay attention. It's really revolutionary. And it's something we should study a little bit more because I haven't implemented this as much as I should have in my game, especially my match last night. I was up 3-0 and then I lost focus and the guy ran 4 games in a row. So he won. It was a race to 4. Let's just keep watching. I told you I'm new to this. Let me stop talking.
Now, here's an illustration of why you can't do 2 things at the same time with your left brain. Try to say 1 and 3 at the same time. You can't do it.
Can't do it.
You can't do 2 things analytically, or the numbers 3 and 4 at the same time. You're either going to say 3, 4, that you did say them at the same time. You said 3, then 4. You just said it fast. So the brain can only emit single units of analytical data. Like a computer takes it all in with zeros and ones, but the hard drive can store an infinite number of sounds and numbers and put it all together and release it.
Right.
But the left brain can only do single digits. The right brain releases a whole bunch of data infinitely for life. And what you stick in comes out. So if you stick in focus through practice of burning focus, like if I just stood here and looked at a ball and I saw a smoke signal going up in the air and I kept visualizing, seeing it do that. Now for those of you that can't visualize that, I want you to go home and turn on a Western where they've got a fire, a campfire, and I want you to, and you're going to see smoke coming up, and I want you to look at that movie about 1,300 times, okay? And now you'll know what that looks like, a focus. And you program that. When I'm sitting in a chair in the middle of a match, I look at something in the room, up the carpet, I look up at the ceiling, I look at something on the table, and I see the smoke continuing to rise the whole time. For 1 hour of a match, I see smoke, everything's on fire, and I see it. And my brain left is completely engaged, and then my right brain is just going through the motions of shooting. It doesn't even know it's shooting. If you come back to me and tell me a play-by-play description of what you did to win, you were not in dead stroke, which is
Did you hear that? A lot of times, especially at league night, I get this a lot. Hey man, did you see that shot I made to beat so and so? Like, so I had the 8 ball was sitting here. It was on the a lot of guys, and even myself, can remember key moments in a match. Maybe that's not unusual, but if you are focused, like he's saying, if left brain is 100% activated, you may not remember a thing. It's just like, man, I don't know what happened. I just won the match. Let's keep listening.
Oxymoron, because if it's a dead stroke,
wow.
You're dead.
Wow.
I don't know why we call it. It should be a live stroke. You have an alive stroke. If you're in that zone, you cannot tell me what you did. If you can tell me what you did to win, then that means that you just simply won because you're a good player. But that is not in the zone. You're not in the zone. You just happen to catch a gear and won 8 or 9 games. That don't make you a champion necessarily.
It's really good.
That just makes you a winner.
Yeah.
A champion uses the right brain to release stuff automatically without the left brain getting in the way. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Go ahead and break.
So good.
Okay. Most people
Dr. Q is a good guy.
Work, and you've got to do that. Real quickly, a quick lesson in right and left brain. This is a simple one. This is left brain ABCs. A, B, C,
Kind of breaks
D,
it down a little bit
E,
more
F.
here.
Left brain, 1 week A, second week, first grade, then you go 26 weeks, and then this is the 27th week. Boom. Boom. What is that? That is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, because in the 27th week the teacher teaches music, and music is right brain, along with dance.
All right, so left brain is day 1 of school. He's saying you learn the letter A, this, A, that, and then B, and then so forth. Or week 1, he's saying. So the 27th week, it's right brain now because you're just reviewing, and they put it to music, the A, B, C song. So you know your alphabet because of the left brain learning each letter each week. Right brain is like, now it's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and so on. So maybe that was clear. I just wanted to make it even clearer because it's so good.
And the fine arts of the right brain. So therefore, the teacher knows this. After 26 weeks of torture, learning the ABCs, analytically, the left brain says, I've had it, I'm getting out of here, I'm never going back to school. And she says, don't worry about what pizza, we'll play some music today. And it'll be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and nobody in this room doesn't know that song. So therefore, you didn't learn your ABCs to remember it by the 26 weeks of torture. You learned it, it was a part of it, but you really learned it by recall, by the right brain that's implanted in your hard drive. It's coming out with the song. Go ahead.
Oh, no, yeah, bro. Yeah. Dry break.
Right.
Dry break.
Dry, why so? Was it raining?
It was raining.
All right. Pretty quiet.
All right.
Now listen, I'm going to tell you something. It is better not to have quiet when you're playing pool. People think you got to have quiet. Quiet will destroy your game. You can, if it's quiet in a room, you can hear a glass drop. If it's a racket, you don't hear nothing. You just hear noise. To focus, you have to have a distraction so you focus better.
Oh, wow.
With no distraction, there's no reason to focus. People say, would you be quiet? No, you know what I do? Get some noise. There was an APA team event about 15 years ago at the Riviera. And Woody McClure was an APA league operator out of Georgia. Anybody know that?
Yes.
Now, Woody, when we were upstairs at the Riviera, if you made it to the top of the Riviera, awesome. I've never seen anybody ever do this. But Woody's a cool guy. So Woody, downstairs, there's like 7,000, 8,000 APA players, teams. Teams. And they go make the top of the roof. 7 days later, so many teams. And there's like 200 people in there, quiet. It's like a church upstairs. And there's 2 sevens playing. Could not make a ball 3 times in a row.
Wow.
Woody stops it. He says, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I know that you came up here to see the best players from downstairs, but we have a small problem. You're not seeing anybody make anything because you're like a church in here. If you don't start yipping and relling and throwing tomatoes like you did downstairs where there was noise, you didn't get up here because of quiet. You've got to get into it. They don't care. Get it going because that's what they were programmed for 7 days in noise. All of a sudden you come to the cemetery? Forget it. And he said, it's okay, you keep going. And those guys are saying, yeah, would you say something? So it was awesome. And then so they went on, and all of a sudden they're making balls, and everybody's ripping and roaring and yelling. And if you look today in sport and bowling in particular, they used to be real quiet, and the bowling industry went from $4.5 million down to about $2 million. And some company took it over, and an organization changed. And now if you look at bowling on TV, they're ripping and roaring, they're throwing tomatoes, and the bleachers are not back there. The bleachers are right alongside the lane, and it's got Snickers on it. And people are just sitting ripping. You can't hardly throw in the ball, people are yelling at you. And they're bowling the best they've ever bowled. So the next time you're having a problem and you tell somebody to be quiet, tell them to make more noise, will you?
Wow.
Okay.
Good.
Hang with me, y'all. That was a good tip. He likes to tell stories. And the game is very short. It's 9 ball, so it's just one game.
Of course, thank you. I've never made that if it was quiet.
Three, bumped off to 7. He probably wanted to get on the other side of the 4, maybe. Yeah, do a little back cut here. In the pocket. Wish it was something else I could have had my camera a little higher on. They should actually put a top-down camera with some TVs around there. He wanted to break that up a little bit. That would be great for people that are on the bleachers there, or people that can't see over people, can't see the table.
Can you explain what you're thinking?
No.
That'll help the video.
Why? You want me to talk while I'm doing this? I could have talked every shot, but I shot better.
Talk through it.
Okay, I'm going to talk through it.
Okay.
But see, the problem is if you talk through it,
You get out of focus.
then you're out of your burning focus. mode,
Absolutely.
because my burning focus is
I hear you.
I'll talk through it because I've done it so much.
Just strategy, to help.
I don't worry about it. Listen, I can't beat you, and you can't beat me. We both win.
We both win.
Because, listen, you beat me
Love
on
it.
paper,
Love
I
that.
win in my heart, it's a tie.
Right.
And heart trumps paper, so that's always better.
Yeah.
And scissors cuts paper. Okay, I'm going to bend this ball.
I've got to implement that mindset, guys. I've already won.
I thank you.
I was so mad last night. Slammed my cue, the butt of my cue into the floor a few times, man. Just crazy.
We are moving now.
I did not want to lose that, but
I know, right?
I didn't lose, right? I've already won. He said, just whack it. He was going to catch a flight, so
Leave it right there for you.
I'm grateful that he gave me. I was the last person to play him.
I used to have a guy that played
Grateful he
with,
gave me.
awesome player. He would always put his finger in that.
Yeah.
He put his finger on
Wow.
it. and he was within about a quarter inch every time. Willie Moscone went to a dime.
Jeez.
He'd put a dime on the table. He was within the dime almost every time. That's how good he was.
How are you going to do this?
How am I going to do that? Very well. I'm going to do it very well.
High right, high left?
I don't know.
You don't know? You're just going to hit
He
it?
doesn't know.
Ah.
I can't tell you that.
You're all right brain right now?
If I talk and you do burning focus, yeah. But if I tell you while I'm doing it, I'm hitting high right, how many high rights are there?
Do you tell yourself that though? Or do you just hit?
I do it in a motion picture format. Let me explain that. When you do a movie, the producer sees the scene before they do it, or they can't do the scene. Somebody has to create the scene. There's a script.
Right.
And the producer
Storyboard.
has the script, approves the script, or somebody approves it, the script writer.
Script, storyboard is
And then they
the drawing of the scene.
This for scene 1, act 1, or whatever it is. And when he sees it right, he says, take 1, quiet on the set. And then he sees something that isn't right that he saw in his mind originally. They made a mistake, and so what he saw in his mind was incorrect. So he says, cut, and they start over. And he sees another thing in his mind, and when he eventually sees the production that corresponds to what was in his mind, he then goes on to scene 2.
Okay.
Because that's what he knows sells. That's his job. A pool player, when I shoot this, my brain sees an image, a right brain image of a ball going into a pocket and a cue ball coming up somewhere into a circle in here.
All right, let me just say, I'm revisiting this video. So these techniques, insights, if you will, it's hit me again. So I'm seeing high with a little left, so a little inside. And this probably isn't the best. There's multiple ways of doing it, but bringing the cue ball all the way here and hitting the 7 in the side. Now that's not optimal, I guess, for position on the 8. But what he's talking about, right brain, if I'm lined up on this 6 and I see that shot, okay, cool. Maybe I see another shot, like where he's saying, let's leave the cue ball here so that, I don't know, maybe he's going to draw it back to the 8. I don't know how he's going to get on the 8. Maybe we'll see, but just wanted to pause there and kind of illustrate what I'm thinking, what my right brain is thinking on this shot. And if I hit the ball high with a little inside, I might get to where I'm going without engaging the left brain. And that I don't need the left brain. I already know what to do to put the ball where I want to put it.
What English? I have no idea. I know it's right and a little high, but I don't know what it is because there are a million high rights. So you can't, everybody wants to get so perfect, so clear, so precise, they get paralysis of analysis.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when I shoot, I try to just imagine the production, and then when I come down, I do a subconscious instant replay, which has nothing to do analytically anymore.
So
when you set your camera up this morning, did you really think about setting it up? How many times have you set that up?
A lot.
I assume you do it pretty much automatically. I think that's the end of that discussion. Okay, so there we go.
Dang, it's so good. I'm gonna stop pausing it because I want the video to just roll on. He's saying some good stuff. He didn't hit it hard enough.
The reason is because I was trying to show you how to make a mistake.
I guess.
Because if I don't show you how to make a mistake, I can't see how to correct it. The only reason I did that was so I could make the 9 ball. Right? So I'm going to take the middle here.
Crazy, right?
I'm going to go to that pocket, parallel shift, and I'm going to hit this right here.
I didn't even see that. Did y'all see that? Oh, he scratched, but yo.
And that's called winning and losing at the same time.
At the same time.
Now, wait a second. Now we got to spot it and finish the game.
We got to spot it. Hold on. So, I didn't know. I remember now, but seeing it back now, I didn't play this before I started the video, right? This video right here. So this is again fresh to me, and I forgot that it was dead into the side, which is nuts. My right brain on the 6 ball was bringing the cue all the way down for the 7. It's like, dude, well, now I don't have that kind of experience to do 2 rail kick into the 7. So you see the difference in skill levels right there, or levels of experience. I said I wasn't gonna stop it. Sorry.
Nobody saw that. Did you?
Let's keep it moving. No, I did not see it.
Really?
He said he saw.
Wow.
Because I walked around the table and I looked at everything.
Wow.
And I put it in my brain and I said, I may need that later.
Yeah.
And when I got to this situation, the 9 was dead.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's not amazing. Well, it is amazing. You know, one time a person said it was unbelievable. And you know what that means when they see it? They didn't believe it, but they said it was unbelievable. Okay, go ahead.
All right, he scratched on the 9, spot it. So here we go. I should be out, right?
What is the question?
Yeah, but he was in his left brain that time, not his right
You
brain.
know that?
Didn't
And
hit it
you
hard
were
enough.
scratch?
Yeah.
I could have, but I wanted to just let it go and hoping something would happen that allows him to shoot again.
Way to recover.
That's not bad.
Not sure what he
I mean,
asked.
he wouldn't have been happy if I'd have made it without a scratch.
Right.
You now look at the joy he's got. You see the joy? Are you joyful?
I am.
See?
Thank you.
If you would have, you'd have to wrap up your camera without the joy of shooting a few extra balls, okay?
I kind of believe him, man. He might have scratched
Why
on
don't we just
purpose.
bank the last 2 balls? That'll be fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Bank the
I'll
last
just bank
2.
the 8 over there on the side. That's all right brain.
Right brain.
Wow.
Now I'll play
Dang!
this 4 rails in the corner. Are you ready?
Watch this,
Natural
though.
4 rail. Say goodnight, Irene. Let me explain it.
Explain it.
There's a natural 4 railer in pool. It is this pocket diamond and here. What I do is I take that off of what's called spinal. I go off the table 7 to 10 feet, and over there's a chair, and the right front leg of the chair is where that goes out. So I line up the 9 ball for that part of the chair.
Wow.
That's called convergent light theory, okay?
Okay.
Like a prism. And I shoot it down that line, and the only thing that can happen is a cue ball can get in the way.
Boom. Cue ball right now.
Any questions? I should get a bonus for that.
Yeah.
I even called it.
So this right brain, I got to look here though. You just fired.
Have you ever banked?
Yes.
How? Where do you go for a 5th third?
Great lesson here.
All right, right
Just
brain.
give me the best shot.
Right brain. Boom.
End of discussion.
End of discussion.
End of
It's a
discussion,
tie.
baby.
It's
That's
a
it.
tie
Thanks,
for sure.
Mike.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
man.
Thank you, man.
Oh, that was it, I believe. Yeah, that was a huge lesson for me at the end. To end this was the last day of my trip as well. To end my trip with this and then that last shot. I'm so glad I'm doing this video, and I'm glad that you guys are able to see it and it can live on YouTube forever. Right brain. Have you ever banked before? Yes, I have probably shot that bank 100 times and made it. So what am I thinking about, right? It's right brain. It's already on the hard drive. Take the shot. You've already won. If it doesn't go and the other person makes it, you've already won. So let's have more fun playing pool, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is kind of a reaction thing. Go easy on me in the comments. I feel like I probably should have let the video go all the way through, but I'm overthinking now. But I just wanted to speak a little bit on some of the things and clarify some stuff if you can't hear him because I didn't have a mic on him. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I got another one from Vegas coming up. That'll probably be the same format. I might try to post that one tomorrow. All right, love you guys. Let's do it. Engage. Oh, I did want to say Dr. Q has a foundation. I donated some money to it. Or he has a mission program or something like that. I gave him some money for it when I was there. But one thing I thought about before I made this video is however many likes this video gets. I know it's kind of weird, but let's throw some money at Dr. Q. However many likes the video gets, I'll donate to his foundation. in the first day, so 24 hours of this video, I'm gonna, whatever the likes is it $100? If it's 500 likes, I will send 500 to his missionary program or whatever that he has. I'll look it up. I'm sure I can find it. All right, so like the video if you made it this far, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe, guys. Let's keep doing it. Peace out. See you in the next one.